I'm so glad that you're joining me for this 3-part video masterclass on how to quit drinking and build the life of your dreams. My name is Carolina, and I am the voice behind Euphoric Alcohol Free. Now, I've worked with hundreds of people on transforming their relationship with alcohol and living a life beyond their wildest dreams. I think you being here today is so auspicious because I believe that you have dreams. And the very fact that you have these dreams means that you were meant to fulfill them. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book, and you've had novel or nonfiction ideas in your head ever since you were little. Maybe you want freedom from your corporate job and want to launch a business that will give you the means and the time to spend however you wish with your family and your loved ones. Maybe you want to travel the world and live a nomad lifestyle while you meet new people and have beautiful new experiences. Maybe you want to make a difference in this world and be part of a movement to really impact change and serve others. I had big dreams myself, but to me they were more like someday goals, and they didn't really seem that achievable. Someday I would start writing more. Someday I would work out more. Someday I would get freedom and do my own thing. And the biggest reason that my dreams were sitting on the back burner was because I was hanging out in my comfort zone. I was in my comfort zone for almost my whole adult life. And the reason why was because of alcohol. Alcohol was something I did to have fun. It was how I socialized, it was how I thought I was making fun new memories, and it was how I marked the weekend. I didn't realize, though, that drinking was really holding me back in a safe space, doing the same old thing each and every weekend and never trying anything new. In addition to that, hanging out in my comfort zone, I also continually let myself down, drank more than I wanted to, and eroded my self-worth with each slip-up and each hangover. I just didn't believe I was even capable of achieving my Sunday goals. If I couldn't stick to my goal of only having 2 drinks a night, how could I possibly be disciplined enough to do any of my bigger, further-reaching goals? You see, I had these limiting beliefs about alcohol and drinking, that I needed it to relax, or have fun, or to socialize, or just to be normal. And those limiting beliefs kept me stuck in a limiting story, and a story that told me that I was not interesting enough, that I was boring, that I was not fun on my own, and that I couldn't be just my authentic self without drinking. This limiting story kept me stuck on the sidelines of my own life. I never took a risk. I never went after my big dreams. And I kept repeating it to myself because I thought it made me happy. But I realized I used drinking as a cloak to give myself an out, to tell myself, you don't have to reach those extraordinary goals. It's okay to settle for hangovers. It's okay to settle for being like everyone else. And it's okay to settle for drinking every weekend. I mean, clearly, it's so much easier to open a bottle of wine than it is to sit down and write that novel you've always wanted to write. It's so much easier to have a few drinks with your friends than wake up early and train for that marathon. It's so much easier to spend your time drinking than it is to actually grind and do the work that is needed to succeed in a business or any venture in your life. But the thing is, doing the easy thing over and over and over again only creates more pain in our lives. Not only do we let ourselves down and make us believe that our self-worth is tied to a drink, but also we never push ourselves out of our comfort zones and keep doing the same thing. I believe the time is here and now to explore who you could be without drinking. I mean, what if your wildest, most amazing dreams could come true when you evolved into the kind of person that doesn't need or want to have a drink? Can you imagine what you could do if you never had a hangover again? Could you imagine who you could be if you didn't have any kind of limiting story or limiting pattern that kept you stuck in the same old routine, believing that you were not enough on your own? I know that you could achieve greatness and finally start tackling some of those someday goals that are sitting on the back burner. It's not too late to go after anything you've ever wanted. You're not too old, you're not too young, you're not too weak-willed, you're not too inept. Anything you've ever dreamed about is yours, and the reason why is because you wouldn't have those dreams if it wasn't your destiny to fulfill them. Your dreams are actually a roadmap for your life. And by sitting them on the back burner and sitting on the sidelines and watching other people go for them, that's only going to lead to more pain and more unfulfillment. Maybe you're realizing that your relationship with alcohol is also not making you happy, and it's also having you sitting out in a comfort zone instead of going after what you really want in this life. Maybe you've taken a break before and you really enjoyed feeling better, but because of just your social life and, deep habits, you went back to drinking. Maybe you're already on a few weeks of the sober path, but are still obsessing over, wanting a drink or feeling like you're missing out or not just feeling confident yet to go after the biggest goals that you have for yourself. Like I said, the time is now to change all of that and to really focus on the things that make you happy and build a practice that sets you up to evolve into the kind of person that has the bravery to go after everything you've always wanted. So I want to do an exercise with you. Take out a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write the 3 biggest dreams you have for your life. Now you can really think big. You can tap into your childhood self and see what she or he always wanted to do. You can allow yourself to really dream about that dream that you never thought was possible. Think of 3 big things that you would, if you died tomorrow, if you were able to accomplish them, you would feel truly fulfilled. For me, those 3 big things were publishing a best-selling book, living in Europe, and helping people all around the world. Now today, I'm working on those dreams. Every single day I do the work to do them because alcohol doesn't hold me back anymore. I want you to take your 3 dreams and start visualizing what it would look like to accomplish them. What kind of lifestyle would you have to accomplish these goals? And how does alcohol fit into the picture? If the hangovers, if the regret and shame, if trying to fit in and be normal is not aligning to what you really want in this life, then maybe alcohol isn't really serving you and your higher goals for what you could do in this one lifetime. I'm so excited to be dreaming with you. And the next video in this masterclass is going to go over all the mindset shifts that you need to make alcohol a non-issue in your life. It's going to walk you through the myths that you need to stop believing and the tools and tactics that you need to experiment and be curious to really design the life that's going to carry you to anything and everything you've always wanted. Thank you so much for joining in, and be sure that you comment below and share maybe one of your top dreams and goals with us today.